We have the Green Bay Packers at plus 79 net points. Their GM is Brian Gutekunst. Head coach Matt LaFleur. Offensive coordinator Adam Stenovich. Defensive coordinator Joe Barry. Special teams coordinator Rich Bisaccia. And quarterback one, Aaron A.R. Rodgers. So that's what you call a brain trust right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't go too wrong with these guys. Gutekunst, I hate that name. He's had a 24-year career as an executive, beginning as a scout with the Chiefs and then with the Packers. He stayed with the Packers and became director of scouting and then director of player personnel before becoming the GM in 2018. So he's homegrown. Head coach Matt LaFleur started his NFL coaching career as an offensive assistant and a quarterback coach with the Falcons in 2015. I believe he was on the same staff with Shanahan, if I'm not mistaken, at least for a little while. He was an offensive coordinator for the Rams in 2017 and the Titans in 2018. He became head coach for the Packers in 2019. So he had OC jobs with the Rams and the Titans before becoming the head coach with the Packers. So he's got a decent little resume there. Offensive coordinator is Adam Stenovich. He started his NFL coaching career in 2017 as an offensive assistant with the 49ers. He became the offensive line coach for the Packers in 2019, and he held that position along with run game coordinator until last season, and now he is the offensive coordinator. Again, pretty much homegrown once he came over from the 49ers. Defensive coordinator is Joe Barry. From 2000 to 2020, has been a linebacker coach or defense coordinator for the Buccaneers, the Lions, the Chargers, Washington, and the Rams. So he's been around a long time on the defensive side of the ball with a lot of good teams. He is now the defensive coordinator for the Packers, having become that just last season. Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers. Not a whole heck of a lot to say about that.
AR. They just took on the young guys, him and Tom Brady, and beat the young guys in a few rounds of golf there. Young guys.
Yeah, he did.
One Patrick Mahomes and one Josh Allen.
Well, I'll say something about that golf thing. Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady have probably been playing golf as an off-season hobby far longer than Mahomes and Allen, first of all. So experience-wise, these guys take golf very seriously. These young ball players, they take up golf because the old heads play golf, They want to be cool, yeah.
Okay, Benny, so that wraps up the brain trust for the Green Bay Packers. Next up, we have the roster resets. Let's take a look and see what their new lineup is going to look like, including their signing of the highest paid player in the NFL right now, Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, obviously keeping Aaron Rodgers was big. I also believe that signing Allen Lazard is going to be big too. From what I've seen, Allen Lazard will probably be the number one receiver on this team going forward. Considering these humongous losses of Devontae Adams, who is arguably the best receiver in the league, going to the Raiders, and Marcus Valdez-Scantling, who was coming along pretty nicely. He's now off to the Steelers. Zadarius Smith is going to be a big loss too, also a linebacker. He's going to division rival, the Vikings. Those aren't real good losses, man. Those have been some big losses. So,
big potentially coming back to bite you losses.
Yes, they are. Now, they did well with their 2 number 1 picks in the draft. Quay Walker is a linebacker from Georgia that I got a second look at when I watched that replay of that national championship game again. I think Nakobe Dean is probably the better of the two, but Quay Walker is a pretty nice linebacker. And Devontae Wyatt was a steal at defensive tackle from Georgia also. Well, I can't call him a steal. He was the number 1 pick. Got picked 28th overall, though, so he did fall a little bit. This is a guy who's arguably the best D tackle out of the bunch. So we'll see. I don't think they can go wrong with either of those 2 picks.
Second team we've seen, the other one being the Eagles with 2 Georgia guys in there.
Yep.
On that list there.
Yeah, they had a lot to choose from. But yeah, they did that, and I think that's going to pay off for them. Second round, let me see. Christian Watson from North Dakota State. I don't know a lot about him. Sean Ryan, I don't know a lot about him either. But again, an offensive lineman in round 3, 4, 5, you never know. Studs have been known in that position to come out of the late rounds. So again, you keep your fingers crossed and you train them well and you see what you come up with. So I never frown on an offensive lineman getting chosen late.
Well, you got Alan Lazard as a wide receiver, and you have Christian Watson coming in, and we know that Aaron Rodgers wanted more targets. So it's interesting with the loss of Devontae Adams, that I don't see more wide receivers unless they pick them at maybe later rounds. One of the things that the Packers do seem to have a good idea or, be good at is finding, value in some of those later rounds. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, that takes up the roster reset for the Green Bay Packers.